weekly review week. I don't know, 5 minutes of fire. Definitely for me. It's not really cold, but I did have a cold this week. Very eventful week. I don't even know if I did one last week, in all honesty. Last weekend was really a blur. But into this week was very interesting. Wednesday was the day of the woman, and because I worked with a woman, I had the day off. I thought it was a very interesting thing, specifically in the United States, because people or women, or was at least news or words that women, it was a day without a woman, which I think most people understand what it is to have women and how important they are. So, I get the sentiment in a sense. But this week, for class purposes, all the students had their final presentations. I'm trying to get my evenness right on my eyebrows. See? Final presentations, an oral presentation about the foundations of the clubs that they would create in their own local community to make sure that they had an impact or addressed the need that the community had. They had options where students were helping with stray animals, fantastic ideas. Students were helping with drug addiction. I thought that was a fantastic idea. They helped with depression, and they gave them athletic activities as alternatives. A lot of the ideals were there. The scope was obviously a tad off because of just sort of the magnitude and the timetable that they had. They had about 2.5 weeks to work on the project. What I basically heard was some people who tried to speak English, and some of them who I felt there was an energy that they wanted to really, really speak English and get better, like they saw a purpose of it. You saw a creativity gene that married those two things together, and they took pride in what their presentation was. So I like the fact that I was able to be addressed directly by the students and how that was important to them to make sure I understood what they were saying. They specifically asked me a number of times how to pronounce things, and I thought that was very powerful. The most interesting thing of this week specifically was when we had school on Friday. Thank you. When we had school Friday, because Wednesday was off, they didn't celebrate for the women, so I get to school on Friday. I was told it was an altered schedule, but I get to school on Friday, and I get to school with a ton of music, and in every classroom there are the young men performing and serving the women in the classroom. I thought it was a fantastically marvelous, unexpected event where they wanted to make sure specifically to take time out and celebrate the Day of the Woman, since they weren't there to properly show their appreciation for the role that women played in their daily lives and daily activities. It's powerful. Like my co-teacher, they bought her some roses. Not roses, but a basket of flowers for the female students. They brought them chocolate and marshmallows with little fondue thingy, I think. They bought them pizza and they served them and they danced for them, which was quite hilarious. It's really a community thing, and I really think that's a powerful thing on why the English immersion part that we have going on now really with more people and more traction and more people interested in sort of rooting themselves in some way, it will take off even greater. I think that I've seen growth, and I appreciate it because they feel attached to the person that's teaching them. Other than that, it was a normal week. It rained all week, and hey, it is what it is. A week in the life of Colombia. So for the next 18 seconds, I will let my time run out and be distracted by other things there, but I look forward to doing another one, and I enjoy this experience immensely. I think it's something worthwhile.